Hey guys, Ryan here, and I want to talk about why private work. We're going to do a little math about this so you can be convinced you need to invest in going into private work as a contractor. Okay, many of you don't even know what private work is. I'll just tell you real quick. It's private negotiated work directly with owners, groups, companies, single owners, and management groups, okay? When you're not in private work, you're in what's called the bid world. The bid world is a different animal, all right? General contractors, public work, race to the bottom. So when you're in the bid world, what you do is you bid a lot of money. You bid a lot of jobs. And you actually keep bidding jobs to people who are never gonna give you the job so that you can keep having another chance to bid the job. It's kind of crazy. You don't really need to practice anymore, but you still practice a lot. You bid, and you're just like, let me throw as much as I can against the wall. And so what you do is you bid. You don't sell work, you bid work. Let's say you bid $100 million, which, by the way, it costs a lot of money and time to get those kind of numbers out there because you got to get the pricing and everything. You're in this bid trap. So here's the deal. I know how this works. You're bidding $100 million, you're going to close about 10%. That means you're gonna win about $10 million. The problem is you have to race to the bottom to get the work, so you get about 15% margins, more or less. That means you're making $1.5 million of gross profit, right? That's what you're getting. It's very little margin for $100 million of bidding. And then the problem is, in this world, because you're not dealing with the decision maker every time, you don't have a process that's really compelling and structured and milestone centric, and you're just bidding, your sales cycle is 6 months to a year at times. Sometimes it's shorter, right? Sometimes it is, but sometimes it isn't. And then the reality is they take a long time to pay you. They like to hold the money. It's very challenging, because you may have a big sexy job, but you're not getting paid a dime. And it takes forever to get the money. It requires a lot of risk. So when you start to move into the private world, which requires you to actually sell, build relationships. And if you don't know how to do that, we teach you how to do that. But let me just do the math with you here. Okay, let's pretend you quote $50 million. And because you're in the private world, you're not dealing with professional buyers. These guys are professional buyers. They're trying to beat you up, and they don't even have a merciful bone in their body. These people don't know anything about what you do, and they need help. They're very curious. They have pains, desires, and they just want it done right. They want to spend a little bit more to do the value. So then you quote $50 million, which is awesome. Let's pretend you do it in the environment that we teach, in the environment relationally, and with the milestone-centric sales process that you're trained to do, and your closing ratio is in the 30% range. That means you're a $15 million company. But the beautiful thing is, in this area, your margins are higher. They could be much higher, but let's just pretend we're gonna use the 30% gross profit margin example. Now, we got $4.5 million in profit, and it took half the work, okay? So we have 3 times as much for half the work, way more effective. And the beautiful thing is your selling cycle is much shorter, and it takes less time to collect. So, in essence, to move and to stop being in the bid world and to add the private world to your business model, or commit completely to your business model, which many of you are afraid to do because you don't know how to do it. I can help you do this. So now we're gonna make 3 times as much money in a fraction of the time, right? Why? Because you made the commitment to stop being a bidder and start selling real value based on relationships. Whether you're a general contractor, whether you're a concrete guy, whether you're a roofer, a painter, we want to be in the private world and stop playing in this world. This is the world that will beat you up, eat you up, and spit you out, and you're going to be quite daggone tired. We're over here. This is where we're having some fun. We reinvest back in the brand, reinvest back in the salespeople, reinvest into the equipment to be more efficient, reinvest. And then now we are king of the private world, which is also great because if we have a recession, you're dealing with somebody who's not going to stop building new buildings, but they need to restore their existing ones. So the private world is where it's at. If you don't know how to make that jump, or you're a contractor who needs to do it better, you're pretty bad, your closing ratio is even too low, your margin's too low, you don't know how to sell value, you don't have an estimating process to actually do this well, you're struggling and it's taking a long time, all this stuff we help with at STG, a Sales Transformation Group. We literally help contractors build organizations around this model, and we help you do it right the first time. I know this because I've been mentored by people who've been doing this. I've been soaking it up over the years, year over year. And I've been in this space 8 years. My parents were in the contracting space. After I played pro baseball, I got into this business and I saw this is what people need to do if they want to create amazing legacies, great businesses, something they're super stoked and proud of. They have to fire the bid world and get into the private world. And if you don't, you're absolutely nuts. Do the math. And I hope I've convinced you to start to take those steps. And if you want to take the steps the right way, invest in training, a process that's going to work. I literally just got a message from a guy getting out of this world in here, just sold a $3 million re-roof. The dude's shooting me messages on Facebook. He's proud. Why? Because it works. All right. So I hope you guys found value in this. I hope you're stoked on it. Go ahead and click the link, schedule a call if you want to learn how we can help you. We could tell you by asking you a lot of questions and sharing our offer, tell you what it looks like and everything. Thanks again, Ryan here. I'm out. Have a good one. Bye.